Good afternoon, Holly Miller with Country Road Crafts, and today we're going to do a patriotic birdhouse. I'm going to decoupage it red and blue, and I'm going to paint the white stripes. So hang on 1 second, I'm going to lift up the camera, so give me a second. Okay, so I got me a birdhouse here. I got these from Dollar Tree for $5 last year. I got a bunch of them. I think I bought them all in Jacksonville. I swear to goodness. So I'm going to first paint them white with Fusion. I'm going to use what is this? Chateau from Fusion mineral paint, and I'm just going to paint the bottom all white. I'm going to do that first. Hopefully you guys are doing good today. It is beautiful here at the beach. I got 78 degrees and just had a little teeny tiny thunderstorm go through, and it's sun shining already. So that was nice. Hopefully you guys have been having a good week so far. Comment where you're watching from. And 90. Oh my goodness. Whew, it's hot down there in South Carolina. Welcome, Cherie. And I am just going to paint this because I want to put stripes on this, and I want the base to be white. So that's what I'm doing. And I don't know about you guys, but I love painting a birdhouse. I don't know why or what it is, but I can paint a birdhouse every day. Love them. My husband goes, another birdhouse? Yes, I love them. He should know that by now. You would think. And these aren't even for the garden. These are just, I like to paint the birdhouses. Have you guys painted any birdhouses? These come from Dollar Tree last year. I got these last year. I don't know if they've had them this year or not. So I'm going to use two different kind of decoupage paper. I'm going to use the, what is it called? Renaissance Blueprints. And then I'm going to use, what is the color? The red tool. So I'm going to use two different kinds today. Both of them recycled tissues. I think they're from a little while back, but I had them in stock. So I pulled them out. I was thinking, what can I do? I want to do a patriotic birdhouse. I want to do it red, white, and blue, but not traditional. These came to mind. So I'm going to paint up underneath the ledge here. Just put a thin layer of white. Paint this here so I can see it. I'm sorry, hang on. Get this little edge right here. You guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to paint the front here. Get the white on that. Hopefully you guys can hear me today. My husband is doing woodworking for a demonstration. He can't see and tell me that he can hear me. So hopefully oh, that's fun. Do they let you do it, Cherie? You let them, you wanted the tissue and not the bag. Oh, cool. Thrifty. It works. Would love to see your projects when you work on them and finish. That would be wonderful. So I'm taking it you guys can hear me. I would say that would be a win. You got 20 for 50 cents. That's a win. I love deals. Okay, I'm just going to keep turning over and paint all the way around because I want the whole base white, and I'm going to cut strips of the decoupage when I'm finished here to put over top of the white. And then I'm going to put the blue on the top here. Do you do crafts with the tissue? Or what's your plan with them? Are they colorful? Are they plain? Or both? Or they have print on them? And so I'm going to put this lighter color on the bottom here. So that's why I'm putting white all over it instead of just stripes, because I don't want the wood to show through the tissue. The top, I'm just going to leave it because the tissue is a darker tissue, and I don't believe it's going to show, the wood's going to show through that one. I think I have a tissue problem too. I love using tissue paper for everything. Okay, so get everything. I want to turn it up on its side so I can get that corner. Oh, you just collect the tissue. Okay, cool. That works too. Well, I know who I'm coming to when I run out of tissue. If I run out of tissue. Okay, so I am going to finish this last side here. Get up underneath the ledge. Oh, okay. Do you, well, if you decorate your drawers with them, that would be cool. I decorate everything with them. I put them on tabletops. I put them on Lazy Susans. I put them on wall art. I put them on birdhouses because I love birdhouses. I don't know if I told you guys that. Hey, Doris, where about in NC are you from? I am at Topsail Beach. I'm originally from West Virginia, but my husband was in the Marine Corps, and we were stationed over here at Lejeune. And we lived in a few places in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and now we are in Sneads Ferry, which is about 6 miles actually from Topsail. But if I say Topsail, people recognize that more than if I say Sneads Ferry. But I'm only about 6 miles from the beach right here, outside of Charlotte. Okay, so that's about 6 hours or so, 5 or 6 hours from me, I think. How's the weather over there? Oh, you've been decoupaging for about 40 years. Okay, cool. Cool. I've been decoupaging for about 30 years. Yeah, we went to the Whitewater Center over there when when the kids were in scouting when they were little. So I think that's near Charlotte. High 80s, yeah. Uh-oh. My sign just says it's going to have heavy rain, so my garden's going to love all this rain. It had like a freak thunderstorm for about 20 minutes, and then it stopped and dried, and the sun came out, and it's getting ready to do it again. So I'm kind of excited. My dogs start barking. It's because they don't like the thunder. Don't know if it's going to thunder again. So I painted all the way around the bottom here with white. Not dark, just a little coat. What I'm going to do with that is let it dry, and I'm going to start decoupaging the top of this. And then I will come back and finish up the bottom. So I have got this paper here. It is called, wait, wrong side, where'd it go? Whoop. It's called Renaissance Blueprints. It's like an older paper I got just a little while ago. It was in the bottom of my stock, so I pulled it out, and I think that's a perfect blue for red, white, and blue. So I'm going to measure this and cut it. Okay. So let's see what I got here. Ooh, I think I like this corner better. What do you guys think about that corner? I might have a few other one of these papers, but I'm not quite sure. So I am going to, yeah, I think that'll be good. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like that. Okay, so I'm going to fold this and cut it. It's just easier for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's easier for me to manhandle it if it's cut smaller. I have a little bit of a hard problem when it's too much paper out there. So I'm going to cut this into smaller so it just fits over top of the house here. So give me a second. I am going to actually cut these with scissors because I'm going to want straight edges because I'm going to just trim it off the back. Normally I just tear it, but today I'm going to cut it. So I'm just going to cut it with scissors. I can get a hold of it here. There we go. And then, let's see. Let's cut it straight across. Sort of straight across. How about that? Can't promise if it's straight, but it's just easier for me to handle if I cut it. It's just easier for me. Let's see. Well, either way, right? Okay, so that's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm just going to add, this is Fusion Mineral Paint Tough Coat, and this is matte. I don't like the shiny, so I'm just going to use matte on this. If you like shiny, you're welcome to use gloss or any kind of, I left the thing open last week, or any kind of top coat you have. It doesn't have to be Fusion. I sell Fusion, so I use Fusion. But you're welcome. There we go. To use any kind of water-based. I think I broke it. Okay. Well, I'll need to replace that. That's okay. So you're welcome to use any kind of water-based top coat you have. It could be decoupage, Mod Podge, or anything like that as well. I'm using the Fusion. Yeah. And I'm going to do like that. So I'm just going to put some top coat here. And then I'm just going to start putting on my paper. And this has a little bit of a ridge. I don't know if you can see that. It has a little bit of a ridge to it, so it's not flat. So I am going to stick it in here, and I'm going to take my little, I'm going to take this and try to push it down into little cracks to get it all down in the cracks. If you can see what I'm doing. This is just a little brush. I use it for foil, but it just pushes it down in the cracks because it's got a little crack in there. You guys see that? The name of the paper is called Renaissance Blueprint. This one is Renaissance Blueprint. I can't type it in there, but I will get it in there. And it is in my shop. I'm pretty sure if it's not online, I did find some of these in the bottom. So there's I think I have maybe one more of the Renaissance Blueprints. And if you want some, let me know and I'll double check. I pulled them all out of the storage today just to see what I had from before. That one's called Renaissance Blueprint. And like I said, if you don't see it in my shop, I did put the name of my shop this time in the link. If you don't see it in there, that's because I thought I was out and I'm not completely out. Just let me know and I will pull it out, pull it to the side if you guys are interested in that. And the next one is an older one too. So the next one's kind of cool. I couldn't figure out what to use it for before, but now this is a perfect project for it for me. I wanted something that was red, white, and blue, but not quite red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? Let me get a little bit of glue, a little bit of top coat up here because it's not up here. I want to make sure. And like I said, I put the name of my shop online store inside of the description if you guys are interested. And I went to my storage unit to get the birdhouses, and I'm like, oh, I got some blue. So I pulled it out. I thought it was kind of cool. I didn't know what kind of blue was. I have Santas, which are blue, and they have stars on them, but they're lighter blue, and I wanted a kind of darker blue. I want to use this for Memorial Day and probably 4th of July. So in my decor. So I was thinking, oh, that would be perfect. Yeah, look, I didn't measure right? I didn't measure it good, but you know what? It's not dry yet. I'm going to pull it up and try it again. Okay, let's try it one more time. There we go. Let's go down. Yep, see? And it wasn't dry, so it was easier to pull up. But if it was already dry, that would have ripped. And I'm just going to push it back down with this little brush I got here. And I started here, so let's push that down in there. And this is just a nail brush, you know, a nail. So I've used this for my foils sometime. And I thought since this had little texture to it, it was easier to push it down in the little grooves a little better. Otherwise, I would have just used my little spatula. I still may go back and use that to push it down in there a little more to make it a little more distinctive. But I'm just trying to get it all in the little grooves because I want the grooves to show. That makes sense. Okay, so those are all there. I'm going to cut a little V here so I can get this to lay down right. And if I don't get it to lay right, I got blue paint. I'm just going to paint it. So I'm just going to try to get this to lay right. And you know how you fold paper onto a package? I know you do. That's what I'm going to try to do without leaving a little bump. But yeah, see, I just cut it and I'm going to fold it down and then I'm going to trim it up underneath right here. So, and how I'm going to trim it is I'm just going to use a little piece of, this is a rad pad. So I'm just going to use one of these little rad pads and I'm just going to kind of use it like I would a sanding block and just cut it off right at the bottom there. You guys see? Okay. And then I'll go back over top of it with the tough coat here at the end to make sure I got enough. Okay, I didn't get that. And in a little place to see it lifted a little right there. I'm just going to, you know, it'll be fine. I can see it. I don't even know if you guys can. Yeah, you can see a little tiny piece right there. I'll fix that. No big deal. Nobody's perfect. And if you are, congratulations. I am not perfect and I am never going to be perfect. So this is life. So I make oopsies, but I fix them. You can fix them by touching them up with a little bit of paint. Okay, So that's one side. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side here. I'm going to cut that a little more. Let's see. Get that little nip out there. Cut that off. Okay, so I'm going to use the Tough Coat to just glue that down like. Put a little bit right there because it looks like I didn't get enough there, just to make sure I got enough. Okay, cool. I'm going to push it down in the corners, and then I'm going to lay it over here and then take it down the side. You guys see that? You guys can see what I'm doing? So it's got a little flap, and I'm just going to take this little foam brad pad again, and I am just going to take that off. I may have to cut this with my scissors, but I am just going to take this right here and try to get that corner, trim it straight off. If you go straight up and down, it'll trim it without cutting it, and it'll leave a straight edge. Let's see. Yep. See, I didn't get it good, so I'm just going to try it again. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Cherie. They're so, every time I see one, I'm like, oh, I like that paper. Oh, I like that paper. I fell in love with the masterboards. I love the butterfly masterboard. I want to put it on everything. I put it on a clipboard for work because I work for the Marine Corps. I am an internal auditor for the Marine Corps, and I do inspections. So when I do my inspections, I like to carry on a clipboard. I have a pretty little butterfly clipboard that I carry around with me to my inspections. And the guys don't care because they're Marines and they really don't care, but they're mine and I love it. Oops, hang on. I didn't get that down that good. Okay, let's see. Okay, how about that? See that top? You see how I did that? And you see right there a little tiny bit. I'll just take some paint and touch that up because I'm going to touch up underneath here too. So I'm going to do the back. I'm going to trim it up just the same. I'm going to take scissors and cut this into a V. So we have a pretty little fold there. So I'm just going to take it, cut it like I would a package, and cut a V. Hey, Sonia from Greenfield. Cool. My son lives in Snow Hill. So I am going to do, I think I'm going to do this side first because it wants to lay down first. That's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to trim this up just a little bit. I am near Jacksonville. I'm at Topsail Island here. I'm about 6 miles from the island. Technically, I'm at Sneedsbury, but most people don't know where Sneedsbury is. So I say Topsail and they recognize that. So my kids actually went to Richlands High School when they were in high school years and years ago. They've graduated college and now they're doing, oh, look at that. It dried before I got to lay down. Okay, no big deal. I am just going to put some more down. I'm just going to take my little brush and lay it down. Okay, and then I'm going to lay it down here and make sure it's nice and tight on the edge. Oh yeah, and it's small little town. Yeah. He's married and him and his wife live in Snow Hill. And I want to just take it and just tear it at the cut right there, but I didn't get it cut through. So I'm just going to take this and go back through it and just going to try it again. There we go. There we go. See, pretty. Just gonna, there we go. See? I'm just put that aside because I do not waste it. I'll use that in another project. I'll probably come back with some paint and touch up the bottom half of this because I don't want to decoupage back there and make a big bump. So I am going to probably just take some, probably I'll take Liberty Blue from Fusion and touch it up. I think that's about the color that this is. I am just putting some medium there, and I'm using, like I said, I'm using Tough Coat by Fusion. This here is the matte. I don't like the shiny one. Personal issue. It just, when I take pictures with the matte or the gloss, it makes the pictures look weird for me. So I just prefer not to use the gloss. Personal. I'm sure it's fine on everything else. My brain, you know. Okay, so I'm just going. I made it. Oh, see, look. Just touch that up. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to lay this down. Okay, what do you guys think? Perfect, huh? And I'm going to do this bottom edge the same way. Actually, I have some, oh yeah. If you haven't seen any of my other projects, Sonia, I use scraps for everything. And if you go back through my lives, you'll see that I use them in everything. I have lives on YouTube that you guys can go back and go through. I did scraps on my Valentine heart, which was patchwork, which was beautiful. And I did scraps on my eggs for Easter, which turned out wonderful. I did them on, I did them on shamrock for Easter, for, what is it? St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. And you can do them on your journals. If you do art journals, those are cute on there. If you haven't seen those are cute. I haven't did any. I just do them in my journal. I don't put them on my journal, but I put them in my journal to give myself ideas. I am going to actually put this in my journal so I don't forget it, because it's a cool idea. And I came up with this in the doctor's office today, believe it or not. Do my best work sitting in a doctor's office, thinking, pondering. I don't know about you guys, but I seem to be waiting a lot in doctor's offices. Okay, I'll come back to the edge and I will touch this up with blue instead of just I have scraps. I could put this down the side here if I wanted. But I think I'm just going to touch it up with, I could put this on there and cut it off. But I think I'm just going to touch that up with blue. What about you guys? Oh, good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I will get that out. I'll get it packaged tonight. I'll get that out to you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you guys doing that. Every little support helps, you know. There you go. Look at that. So that's the and you can see where the I pushed it the paper down into the cracks, and you guys can see the texture from the Birdhouse top. And this is just a regular fingernail brush, and I use it for the foils that I do. And I just, use this and push them down into the cracks to make sure they were in there. Okay. And like I said, I didn't cut it just perfect. So I am going to come back with this, and the color I'm going to put here is Liberty Blue. Hopefully it matches well. If not, I'll add a little bit of darker color to it maybe, and just touch it up and put some sponge color in there. It's just so it breaks up that white a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's the top of the birdhouse, and I think the rest of it has dried. So what I'm going to do is the other color I have here. Let's see. The scraps. The other color I have here, if you guys can see how beautiful, it's like French countryside. Look at that. Isn't that not beautiful? And it's called Red Tulle. If you guys can see that. If you guys can, see that? Beautiful, right? So, and I think I have some of these in my shop too. They were, like I said, these here have been the back of the inventory stock in my storage in the warehouse. So when I went up today to get the birdhouse, I'm like, oh, look at that down. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm actually going to cut them into strips. So we're going to see how this turns out. I am actually going to try to cut them. Let's see. I'm going to start. Okay, so this is the bottom of them because I have them folded like this, right? And I'm going to cut the bottom. So I think at the bottom, if I cut it and I can just use a stripe, maybe I can try to get it all the way around. Hopefully, I'm going to try to do it that way. So you guys root me on. So I am going to take this little piece of wood here, and I'm going to try to cut it straight. So I'm going to start back here. And this here is the fold in, so I don't want to cut it. I want to cut this side first. So I'm going to cut a couple strips. And this, again, is called red tulle. I think it's how you pronounce it. And I'm just going to try to cut it. I'm going to try to cut it straight. If it's not perfect, okay, I'm not perfect, so it's going to be the best I can do. Before I drop it all on the floor and it be all nasty. Here we go. Okay. Sort of, kind of. And I'm going to just cut another strip just to make sure I have enough. And it's about an inch. Okay, so I am just going to try to cut this. This is impossible. I'm going to cut it about an inch. About. Nothing perfect. I am not a perfect artist. There you go. But it's stripes and it's cut a couple layers. And I'm hoping that it's enough to go all the way around. Because if I fold it all out, it should be a really big piece of, it's 2 pieces. How about that? That's even better. So you can, let's see. I'm going to just stripe it around, right? Let's see. How about that? I did not even plan that. I hadn't even measured. It almost fits it. It's a little bigger than halfway. How? I don't even know. Don't even ask. So I got 4 pieces here. Hopefully that's enough. If not, I'll cut another strip. That's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to actually start in the back with the fold. And when I glue it, or when I put, when I put this down on it, it will, the word is crease will go out of it. They always do. So look at that. Cool. I'm excited. Okay, cool. See, I didn't plan for it. It just happens. Okay. I have an idea. Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. But today it's going to work. So I'm just going to add medium here. Just going to make sure it's covered. And then I'm going to try to line this up in the middle. Actually, yeah. And it's not cut. I want it this way. And it's not cut 100% perfect because, but it's good. And I'm going to put it all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm going to take, there we go. I'm going to take my little nail brush and I'm going to put all that down, right? And there's no grooves in this. I just want it down tight, okay? There's no grooves in this actual birdhouse itself. So, and I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to peel this back a little. And I am just going to put it down, right? And I'm going to make sure I get that edge good right here. So put it on the edge. You guys can see me putting it on the edge and then putting it all the way around. You guys can see what I'm doing here. I forget my hands are in the way sometimes. So you guys can say, hey, move your hands. I can't see what you're doing. I got you. Okay. Because fiddling with this camera sometimes is tricky. And sometimes I forget the camera's even there and I'm just talking to you guys. There we go. How about that? Let's put that down. Make sure it's down tight. Make sure that edge is down good and put it around tight. And I can take that little spatula. Ooh, I dropped my thing. I take the little felt thing here and I can just lay it down with that too. I mean, they all work. It's just I was using that to get down the cracks. And I actually dropped it. So it's under my table now. Okay, so I'm going to roll it on around and I'm going to finish the front and make sure I get that edge good and make sure I get that side right there. Come all the way around with it. Make sure I get enough on the brush. And that, like I said, the top coat I'm using here is just Fusion Tough Coat and it's matte. And I keep repeating it because I don't know how many people's hanging on here and how many people's coming and going. Okay, so actually here, okay. And then I'm going to measure this around and I'm going to be here And I think right there is the end. See if I can snip that real quick with my scissors. I think that'll be perfect. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's working today. Today. Not every day it works, but today it's working. So I'm going to roll this around and finish it up here. I'm excited it's actually working. So I'm going to fold this up and wrap it. I'm going to use my little and I'm just going to make sure I got enough on this corner here. And oops, tipped off the thing here. And I'm just going to make sure it's wrapped real good. Okay, so one stripy stripe, right? One little teeny tiny stripe. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. So I have 4 of the big stripes, and then I'm collecting the little ones, and they can go up here, right? So I'm going to start this one in the back. Again, I'm going to try to center it up. I'm going to give it about the same, about the, about the same space. I was looking for, what is it called? Painter's tape to put there to measure it out. But you know what? I said it's going to be okay. If it ain't perfect, it's all good. It's going to be good. And I'm just, it'll be life. And like I keep telling myself, and I keep saying it because I'm trying to remind myself, not perfect. It's okay. Right? So that's what I keep saying it for. Because I forget. There you go. Look how pretty that is. Make sure this is all down. Make sure I got enough adhesive on there. Okay, cool. And I'm going to go around this side first. I'm just going to make sure I had this here. I must have did something on this with metallics because I got metallic all over it. Oops. It's okay. It's going to start pouring the rain if my dogs start barking. Forgive me. They don't like thunder. I'm going to go ahead and go to this side first, and then we'll cut that front off. Okay, here we go. Time is moving just perfect. Okay. And I'm just going to fold this down. Okay, so I'm going to, this time I'm actually going to do it a little different. I'm going to match it up to here. And I am just going to cut to here. I think that's good. Watch it be short. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It worked again. Check plus. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down first, this side. And I'm going to get that corner. Sure, I got it around the edge there. And then put this down. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't know if you watch it, but on Hulu, Frank started watching a thing called The Royals. Oh my word. There's enough drama on that stuff. I'm telling you. I was like, I ain't never watched that before. It definitely holds my attention because you never know what's going to happen next. I don't know if you guys watch that or not. I was like, oh, goodness. Drama, drama, drama. Okay. Okay, 2 stripes. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, one more. I'm going to put it closer to the top. And then I'm going to come back and maybe just put one more, a little one right there. So this here, I may have to cut the corners a little bit. Let's see. I may have to cut this one because to get it to wrap around the corners correctly the way I want it, I'm going to have to cut it. Okay, cool. Not a big deal. I'm just going to, if I could find my straight edge, I would use it, but I don't know where I did with that, so I'm going to have to use scissors. And that's okay. So I can bend it down like this. I'm just going to cut along the line. See, right there. Okay. And right there, fold it down. And I'm just going to cut it on that line that I just made. I'm going to put that to the side. I'll come back to that. So I'm just going to put, oh, wait a second, I didn't get it in there. Okay, so just like that, I'm just going to put this piece, I'm going to put this down one at a time because I'm going to have to cut all of it. So I'm going to put enough tough coat here to get this down. Oops. Hang on. Okay, so I'm going to snip that right there at the corner. Just snip, snip. No big deal. All right. Okay. Do the same thing with this side. Snip it a little bit right there. Just so it lays flat. Okay. There you go. And then I'm going to roll it and do the same thing. This one here, I'm going to tuck up underneath that right here. Okay. Make sure I light it up real good. So I'm going to push it up in the corner here, or push it up next to the top so it's tight. And then I'm going to score the edges with just my finger. Oops. I moved it. Let's try that again. Score the edge with my finger, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut it. So I scored it, and you guys can see where the folds are right there. I am just going to cut it right there. Okay. Easy peasy. Right? Do the same thing with this side. Because of the corners and the roof, it's really hard to do like I was doing before. So I'm going to do it this way. And I'm just going to make sure I put enough decoupage medium or tough coat up there in the top. And I'm going to make sure this is all the way up to the top of the birdhouse. Then I'm going to lay it down. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to grab this here. I can get it up in there and lay it flat. It looks like I didn't get enough medium on this side of it, so I'm going to make sure I pick it up a little and get enough medium down. You guys can see what I'm doing along this edge underneath because it looks like it's not down good. Okay, and then I'm going to lay it down with my, look at that. Look at that. See? Okay, I'm going to flip it over and do it again. So I have this piece here, and I think it will lay right there and come all the way across. Let's see. I'll score it there, and I'm going to score it over here, cut it, and then I'm going to touch the circle here because I need it. I might have to come back and cut that out at the end. Okay, so I have the line right there. And I have a line. Oh, I think it's right there, but let me just double check it. Double check. Yep, that's it. Cut it right there. Okay, so let's see if I can take this here and just score it. Put this one on first. Okay, let's get this in here. Making sure I have enough paper on there. Move it over just a little bit because it looks like it wasn't quite over far enough. There it goes. Okay. Then we're going to put this side on. And then I'm going to line it up. There. Okay. And then I am going to score it like this. And then I'm going to take my, hi Bonnie, how are you? Glad you guys can join us. I am doing a patriotic birdhouse. Hopefully it's looking patriotic to you. It's looking patriotic to me. I scored that with that sandpaper here. There we go. See? And it come right off. So I am just going to put some medium down here. And I'm going to line it up. Hang on. Make sure I get it. Okay, look at that. Then I'm going to make sure it's on there with this. There's a little piece sticking up there. I'm just going to grab the sander, the sanding. I can just try to get hold of that. Okay, look at that. Okay. All right, and there's a stripe I need right here. So let me see if I can get another little stripe. Okay, so I am going to try to get this corner here, and then I'm going to score it on this side so I can cut it. So I'm just taking, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to take it and fold it over that corner, and then I'm going to take scissors and cut it. Lake Charles. How's the weather at Lake Charles, Bonnie? I am going to trim this up because this is all kind of lumpus there. Look at that. There we go. Okay. Okay, that fits good. So I'm going to try to get that back out there with sticky fingers, and I'm going to put some medium on there. And I'm going to lay this last piece here down. Oops, hang on, I get down in the crack. That's where else I wanted. There it goes. There it goes. Move over just a touch before it dries. Oops. There we go. How about that? Oh, wait, it lifted. Let's see if I can get that down. One more time. My fingers are sticky, guys, from the tough coat. So it's sticking to my fingers and not the thing. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to take this and just push it up in the corner there. Oh, that didn't work. One more time. Get it up and there. Okay, I think I got it that time. Okay, cool. I got it up in there that time. Maybe. There it goes. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, and I think one more stripe. What do you guys think? One on the front and one on the back there. You guys think one more right here? Hopefully that'll be enough. I'm gonna put a little tiny one here. What do you guys think? Right there is okay? Let's take some scissors and cut that. Okay. I'm just going to make sure I got enough. Okay, and then I'm going to turn around and do the same on the back. Let's see. Oh, here's a small piece. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Sonia. I was trying to figure out I was going to use the rock. I think it's called rock. It's the little guitar one, but it has a lot of other colors in it other than just red. I just thought this would be cool. It's not traditional, and I think once everything dries, I might be putting some stars on it with, I have a Cricut. I might put some stars on it with the Cricut. You know what I'm saying? Like take the little Cricut and make a little template and put stars on it. Oh man. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I'll have to show you guys. But I'm going to add a couple more things to it. This will be helpful if I had my little utility knife. But I've misplaced it. There it goes. My hands are sticky. So everything wants to stick to my hands. Do you guys like that? Is that cool? I'm just not sure. I like it. It was the idea that I came up with. Yeah, I was going to put some stars on the top here, like the actual stars. I'm going to use my Cricut and cut it, and I might highlight. Take these and just take some red around it or some black maybe to highlight them a little, make them a little darker. Maybe I'm not sure yet. I haven't got that far in the idea, but and underneath here I'm going to take some blue and touch up the blue. So I'm going to go ahead and put Tough Coat on the top to kind of seal it in. I'm not sure if you guys like that or not, but I love it. It's different. Little birdhouse. I will show you guys the picture when I get it finished. It'll take a couple of days to finish it, but this is all the decoupage I'm going to put on it. So it turned out nice. Like I envisioned sitting and waiting on a doctor day. I don't know if you guys do that, but I kind of daydream all day when I'm at the doctor's office. Because all I do is hurry up and wait. What it feels like anyways. I ain't no use getting mad because that's just life of the doctor's office. So I daydream and then take my daydream and write them all down in my art. I take my art book with me or my journal and I doodle in my journal while I'm waiting. Or I take it and I put it online or put it in my little notes in my phone. And this tool, I may have turned the things upside down, but I didn't want the pictures to show. I don't want it to be a picture. I just want it to be like a distressed little, and I may actually come back and sand it a little bit to give a little distressed look on the edges. I'm not sure yet. I just thought, you know. Oh yeah, I don't. I try to come up with my own ideas and try not to look at Pinterest too much because I don't want to repeat what everybody else has. So I like thinking of stuff. But Pinterest is a good place to go if I have a sort of an idea and don't have a complete idea yet. And it's like, oh yeah, that I forgot about that. You know. You guys can join me on Pinterest. It's Country Road Crafts NC and look at all of my stuff on there because I have social media on Pinterest. I have it on Instagram. It's the same thing. I even have TikTok. Believe it or not, you can believe that. I'm learning how to do TikTok. Okay. Learning. Um, and I have YouTube. It's Country Road Crafts NC on YouTube. I have it on all that stuff. It's the same thing. I have Miss Holly Miller on what is it called? Twitter. So if you guys want to look me up and follow me at different places, sometimes you'll see different things. But I try to think of new ideas and new way to look at things when I'm waiting or daydreaming. I daydream a lot. I daydream at lunch at my real job, which gets a little scary when the squirrels come to play. Yeah, and sometimes on thank you, Sonia. Yeah, and who knows? I might catch you up in Greenville sometimes, or you can come in Jacksonville. I have in-person stores here in Jacksonville. I have a little shop at Antique the Chic and at the Foundry down here, in person. So, all right, guys. How about that? There's the top. It's gonna have to dry before I finish it. Oh yeah, the rabbit hole. And it's hard. Yes, yes, Doris. I get lost. And it's like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at those shoes. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. Same thing with TikTok. What I'm finding lately is those rabbit holes will get me every time. And then I look up, it's hour after I started. I was like, oh, poo. So, okay. There's the finished product for this one. I'm actually going to add some stars to it, and I may add a little bit of wax to it to give it a distressed look a little bit. But I will keep you guys up to date and let you know when I finished. Do you guys have any questions on what I've done today? Oh, cool. Definitely will, Sonia. You guys keep in touch, and I will see you next Tuesday at 6 right here. I'll be doing more decoupage, and maybe I'll find something else in the bottom of the stack. So you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next Tuesday, if not before. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you, guys. Thank you.